about this Ravens team, man, from a special team standpoint, they allowed a big fake punt that really ultimately like changed the game for them late in that fourth quarter, man. That's how they were able to get the field goal with Gostkowski as well, who we know has been inconsistent, but I think he ended up hitting a 40-yarder on that particular drive. But it was off of the fake punt. So that's something else that it's like, man, they're going to be alert in all of these aspects now because of that type of stuff.
Bro,
too,
speaking
man.
of specialties, because we didn't talk about this on the Jaguars one. Bro, they're like little fake kickoffs.
Oh, I didn't, man.
I cannot believe.
I liked it, man.
I know. That was amazing for us
and shout out to Keelan Cole with the kick. Like, that looked good.
That might have... nothing's going to beat that Cowboys one. But, I mean...
Cowboys one.
At the beginning with the Falcons, the one that curled around. Dude, that was incredible.
Nice,
but, dude, I don't know how you can draw something up better than that.
And the thing was, when I initially saw them come out with Keelan, I kept asking, I was like, I don't watch them enough to know if he is on their special team. I was like, yo, it's crazy that they got this dude out here on kickoff right now. And then when I saw it, I said, oh, that's why. All right. And typically when we talk about like red flags, right? Even with the Titans on their fake, it's always going to be a breadcrumb. It's always, if you watch the tape and you study him, it's always going to be something. Their telltale was this. They switched out their personal protector for the Titans. So typically I want to say it's one of their secondary guys that plays there. They subbed in their backup quarterback for the fake punt pass, and he threw an absolute dime. I mean, tight coverage on the sideline. So then obviously you talk about Jacksonville. Their telltale sign was what? Keelan Cole being out there on the kickoff unit. You're always going to be able to tell little things if you pay close enough attention, you study enough, and you just happen to be aware with it. And shout out to Marcus Allen, too, on that. Like I said, we didn't hit him on the last podcast, but Marcus Allen and Avery Williamson, they both were right in the point of action. They were fundamentally sound. They didn't leave early. When you talk about your kickoff return unit, the key is this, man. You always see the ball off the foot. Or see the ball off the tee. If you don't see that ball off the tee, you do not move. If you move early, that's how you can get caught with a surprise onside kick, because typically you're retreating while they're going to where the ball is at, and now you're trying to put a foot in the ground after 2 or 3 steps, and it's a bad situation. So it was a good job being fundamentally sound. And shout out to Danny Smith, man. That's something that he always harps on and always makes sure those guys, and I speak from experience because I played those positions as well. He always harps on that, and he always in practice will give you those type of surprise onside looks to just make sure you're paying attention. I mean, he'll be in there just talking big wad of gum in his mouth, and we're like, all right, Danny, you done yet? And then before you know, oh, surprise onside. You're like, oh, Lord, man, like, bro, this is crazy. And if you don't get it, it's a big deal. Like, not only him, but Coach Tomlin puts emphasis on it as well. So it was good to see that come to fruition and those guys be rewarded the way they were supposed to with creating a big play. Now, obviously, the drive didn't result in how we wanted it to result from a point standpoint, but still was a big time play at that point in the game, man. This segment was brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top rated sports booking app. And we know sports booking isn't allowed everywhere. We know this, but we do know fantasy football is, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people love fantasy football, and a lot of people love the opportunity to make some money. So what if I told you that DraftKings has combined with fantasy football, and they have a fantasy football app where they're giving out $1 million worth of prizes every week? I mean, that sounds pretty good, right?
Sounds amazing.
I agree. And you know me, I was in retirement. You were in retirement. We weren't even fantasy football guys. When they broke out this deal, along with the promo code Moats giving us up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money, we both came out of retirement. We said, look, take our jerseys out the rafters. We're coming back, man. We are coming back. So what are you waiting on, man? Make sure you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app or download DraftKings Fantasy Football app. Use the promo code Moats and go out there and get that opportunity to make a little money.